so I'm just gonna tint my eyebrows tonight, and I was like, why not make a video and show you guys how to do it? So my friend Megan actually told me that she does this at home herself. I was like, that's pretty genius, because I probably spend like $20 once every 4 to 6 weeks to get this done. And now I bought 1 box of Just for Men for $10, and I can probably do this for, I don't know, eternity with 1 tube. So yeah, it's super easy. You do look a little bit like Oscar the Grouch in the middle, but that's okay. And yeah, it usually works out pretty well. So I'm just going to kind of explain the steps that I use, and you guys can do it too. So for me, because I have like pretty light eyebrows, you can kind of see they're pretty blonde. So I picked the medium brown. I didn't want them to be like black, and this honestly gets dark enough that they just make them a little bit more noticeable. I still usually use like a brow gel as well, just to kind of make them a little bit more formed. But yeah, this is a good color for me. So kind of just have to wing it the first time, and then it's $10. If it's not the right color, you just get another box. So, all right, so the first thing that you have to do is you have to make sure your eyebrows are clean. So what I usually do is I get just a cotton pad, and I get a little bit of toner, and I just kind of spray it on the pad, and I just make sure that I wipe my eyebrows really well. Just to make sure that if there's makeup on them or moisturizer, you just want to get it off so that the dye has more contact. So that's all good. Okay, so the next step is you want to put something kind of like Vaseline or moisturizer around your eyebrows. This is going to prevent the dye from staining kind of around the area and making you look super crazy. So I'm just going to do that. Usually just use my finger. If I get any on my eyebrow, which I usually do, then I just wipe it off again with a Q-tip, just because I'm not super careful. It still turns out okay, so it's all right. So I just kind of make sure I get lots into the middle there, and then just make sure you don't forget to put it onto the bottom as well. So you kind of want to trace around your eyebrow. That's good. And do the other one. Okay. So those are pretty covered. The other thing I make sure that I do is that I do this before I'm going to get them waxed. Because then, like tomorrow, say I have a little bit of dye kind of underneath for some reason, or just I dye them and then the shape's not super right. Like if you go get them waxed, it usually corrects kind of how they look, and they look quite a bit better. So it's usually what I do. Okay, so now I am ready to actually put the dye on my eyebrow. So I literally take the tube and I just stick a Q-tip inside and get some dye on it. It's going to be a bit of a lighter color, and then as you put it on, it'll turn darker. So this one was a air-activated dye. You didn't have to mix anything together, which is what I wanted. And yeah, so a little bit of the inner, like as you open it, did oxidize a bit, so it is darker. Honestly, it still works, so I just do that. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to just paint it onto my eyebrows very carefully, as carefully as possible. Okay. So I'm just making sure that all the hairs are coated, and it is going to get on your skin. That is okay. Okay, so it's kind of going to look like that, which looks totally crazy, but it will not look that way once you take it off. find the hardest part to do is right here because I have really fine hairs. So I usually have to exfoliate this a little bit when I take it off so it doesn't look so square there. Okay, and then sometimes I'll even like brush the hairs backwards just to make sure that I'm really getting like onto all surfaces of the hair. Okay, and one always looks better than the other. So this one, I'm somehow always better at following a straight line, and then this one gets kind of jagged, but it's okay. It's gonna work out. So this dye, because it's pre-mixed and it is by oxidizing with the air, it goes dark really quickly, so you can't really tell how long to leave it on by how dark it's turning, because it goes dark immediately. So this product specifically is supposed to be on for 10 minutes, and that's what I do. If it's like 12 minutes, it doesn't really make a difference, to be honest. So I just take it off after 10. So yeah, so I'm going to go sit around and hang out for 10 minutes, and then I'll come back and show you how to take it off. Hey, I'm back. So that was 10 minutes-ish. And yeah, so I'm going to wash them off. So what I didn't mention before too, I know that my skin is not going to react to this, but if you have sensitive skin, it always recommends that you do a patch test on your skin to make sure that you're not going to get a rash or hives or whatever. So definitely do that. I did do that the first time, but now I know that my skin is fine with it, so I just kind of went ahead without doing that. Okay, so I'm going to take my cotton pads again, and I'm just going to put a little bit of water on them, like just the tiniest bit, okay? And I'm going to kind of do a big swipe across my eyebrow and try and take off as much of the product as possible, okay? And sometimes you have to kind of go in both directions. And I'm kind of just rubbing it a few times just to get all that excess off. Okay, so still not perfect, but I'm going to clean it up a little bit more. But now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, just grab a cotton pad, a little bit of water, and I'm just going to rub it all off again. So that worked pretty well. Again, this is only medium brown. I'm not going like with black brows here. It's just that they stand out a little bit more. Okay, so you can see that I don't have it all around my eyes because I put like a Vaseline kind of cream around them so that the dye couldn't dye where my hair wasn't. But if I go up close, you can kind of see how it did dye the skin behind where my hair is on my eyebrows. So if that really bothers you, what I usually will do is I'll just exfoliate my eyebrows once. It'll take it off the skin, but it'll stay on the hair. So sometimes I do that. But I'm pretty happy. So right now I'm going to kind of examine them in the mirror. Make sure that they're the same color, that I didn't like miss a spot, that there isn't any dye where it shouldn't be, but that was actually pretty successful. So yeah, it's pretty easy, and anyone can do it. So yeah, just for men. Thank you. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit like and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for future videos. Bye.